everybody. This is a little bit of a different podcast today because I'm not going to sit down and do a proper podcast. I'm very busy today. As you can see, I don't have any makeup on. I'm very casual here today. I'm in my lounge room at the moment. This is my new lounge room. You'll obviously be familiar with my old lounge room, but this is my new one. And I've just had some lunch because I've been spending all morning cleaning because yesterday I had to get my car fixed. So that was in getting its spark plugs and new spark plugs and a new spark plug lead put in it. So yesterday kind of got obliterated. However, I did walk like 9 kilometres yesterday, 15,000 and a half steps or something, because I went walking while the car was in. I thought I didn't get my cleaning done yesterday because I was out, so I decided to do it today. So if you are familiar, I was talking about a cleaning checklist that I used before I moved, and I actually got really slack on that once we moved because there was just so many things going on. I just couldn't keep up with it. So I finally got sick of having a grubby house that only had, slight touches here and there. So, yes, I'm back onto doing my cleaning checklist. So I didn't get to do yesterday's cleaning, so I did that today along with today's cleaning. So I've been a busy girl this morning. I've been buzzing around with the vacuum, etc., mopping all that beautiful things. It was bathrooms and toilet today, so I just don't have time to sit down and make my face up and do a proper podcast. So here I am blathering away, talking about crap that you're probably not even interested in. And I'm going to be having a busy day tomorrow because thankfully, I guess you could say, Simon's work has hired me as a cleaner. So I'm going to go and clean the offices at Simon's work once a week. So that'll bring in a little bit more income. And I won't have to deal with people because all I have to do is clean, which is fantastic. Only a couple of hours a week, brings in a little bit more money, takes the stress off a little bit, and still leaves me with lots of time to work on my businesses. And speaking of businesses, you probably don't know yet because it's not really been advertised because I'm only kind of just in the beginning stages. But I have opened a new Etsy shop, and it's because I have a very large fabric stash which I want to get through. So there's no way that I'm going to get through it just making project bags for Lovebird Lane. So what I have done is I have opened a new shop, and it is called Sew Spring Street, because Sew, S-E-W, it's not really S-O, but it's supposed to be a play on words, and I live on Spring Street, so yes, I named it Sew Spring Street, and it kind of goes because I have Lovebird Lane, so they're both street names. Excuse me, like I said, I've just had my lunch, so I'm a bit flappy. I've created a new shop, and it's going to be a different kind of focus, I suppose you could say, because it's not going to be, yarn and things, because obviously I have that shop in Lovebird Lane. I'm focusing on more clothing and accessories. Here comes the garbage truck. Hang on. So it's past now at least, so hopefully it's not too bothersome. So what was I saying? I was going to focus more on sort of clothing and accessories for adults and children. So I'm going to have things like, the bags that I've regularly been doing, but more like fashion bags rather than project bags, skirts, some tops. I'm working on perhaps doing some knitwear in there, and not having that in Lovebird Lane, having all of the clothing and that sort of thing in Sew Spring Street. So I'm really excited. It's kind of given me a little bit of inspiration. I've been lacking a little bit in mojo lately, especially when it comes to yarny things. So I thought it would probably be a good idea to mix it up a little bit and, get through some of that fabric stash that I have. So that's pretty exciting. I ordered business cards and labels earlier in the week, so they should be on their way soon. I haven't heard yet, but they should be on their way soon. So that's about all I've really got to talk about that for the moment. As always, our knit along is going on. All the details are in the MyMuddlings podcast Ravelry group. If you aren't interested, it's probably pointless joining now because it was a year-long knit along and we're nearly at the end of the year. But if you want to see the details, head over to the MyMuddlings podcast Ravelry group and join while you're there as well. We'd love to have you. I've been working on two things this week. And they were two things that I did show you the beginnings of last week. So pretty much my white horse cardigan. I was going to call it white haul then. I don't know where that came from. My white horse cardigan is kind of on the back burner at the moment because these are tests that I'm working on. I did the other night when I couldn't deal with any more paying attention to patterns. I did get it out and just knit a couple of rounds on it. So I think I'm getting fairly close to starting my short rows for the back of the jumper. So that's that going. Over the weekend, I mostly worked on my first edition sweater, which I'll grab now. It's just here. And I've done pretty well. I think I posted this on Ravelry. Instagram. So here we go. This is what I've got so far. I'm down to this textured section here. I've got to do 5.5 inches of that. So I think I'm probably over 4 inches now. And I was super pleased with how the colours ended up turning out. I love the main colour. Starting with that horrid green that I really hated. It's really nice that it's turned in. It's looking a little bit dark on, because I'm recording this on my laptop, so it's a little bit dark. But yeah, it's turned out to be quite a nice colour, so having it facing towards the window there is probably a little bit better. I'm pretty happy with that. I put this to the side a little bit over the last week because, since the weekend, because this one isn't due until the end of November, and the other one that I'm working on, which I'll show you in a second, is due by the end of this month. So, I think even a week before the end of the month. So yes, I figured I should probably put this down and work on my other one. So I'm dying to get back to this, but like I said, it has to go to the side for the moment so that I can work on my other test knit, which I can show you now is this is now I didn't say that's first edition. See, I'm all thrown out because I'm in a different area doing a different thing. That's my first edition test sweater, which is by the Violet Pie, who is Dallas Ann Prentice. So that's who to look for if you like that and would like to eventually knit it. And this one is Dormancy, which is by Remade by Hand with Erin. And Erin is one of our lovely sponsors. And this is where I'm at. It kind of looks like a giant loincloth kind of underwear kind of thing at the moment. But yeah, so this is basically the first half, and there'll be a second half which will get seamed on this pointy. That will get flattened out, I believe. I looked at the pictures and the pattern properly and seamed. So yes, that's how far I am along. And this is my own yarn. This is my Peach Face Fingering in the Mystic colourway. So that's about as far as I've gotten. That's what I've been mostly working on this week, just so that I can try and get it done. Alright, so that's probably all I really wanted to talk about with you today. I'm probably not going to put in any titles or any edits or anything apart from when the garbage truck arrived. And I will quickly perhaps upload this right now. So you might even see this Thursday afternoon. So there you go. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry there's not a proper podcast today. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty busy this week, and I mentioned last week that I had a health issue, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I did actually require a sample tested. I had like a biopsy. I think it's an FNA. It was a biopsy, and initially I was told that it was fine to check it again in 6 months, which I might have told you last week, but there was an addendum to my file where the pathologist actually came back and said I would like another sample. I'd like it done again. So tomorrow is going to be quite busy because I'm going to try and squeeze some cleaning in, get my cleaning shift squeezed in the morning, sort of midday kind of thing. And I have another appointment for another biopsy tomorrow afternoon. So fingers crossed, it's my birthday next week, so fingers crossed I will get some good news for my birthday. But yeah, it's just a bit of a pain to have to go back and be poked with needles again. But that's okay. Better safe than sorry, really. So yeah, I guess I will leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm sorry this isn't a normal podcast, but it really can't be helped. And as you know, I love you guys and I love talking to you guys every week, so I had to do something. So yeah, anyway, hopefully I'll have something of better quality for you next week, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic week and stay safe and happy crafting. I'll see you next week. Bye.